Hello, welcome to our channel. Please subscribe for more updates as we keep you updated with your favorite celebrities. For years, Chris Martin has been known as the soft-spoken soul behind Coldplay's anthems, the man whose voice carries both heartbreak and healing. But this week, fans around the world were left stunned after Chris finally broke his silence in an emotional, tearful message that has since gone viral across social media. His words, deeply personal and painfully raw, peeled back the curtain on the man behind the music, revealing a side of him few had ever seen before. In a heartfelt video shared on Coldplay's official page, the frontman sat alone in a dimly lit studio, surrounded by instruments that had birthed countless global hits. There were no flashing lights, no polished production, just Chris, a piano, and a heart full of emotion. "I've been quiet for a while," he began softly, his voice cracking slightly. "But there's a lot I've been feeling lately about life, about love, about the people I've lost and the people I still hold close." He went on to reflect on the pressures of fame, admitting that even after decades of success, there are days when the weight of expectation feels unbearable. "People think because we're on stage smiling, everything is perfect," he confessed. "But there are moments when I felt completely empty, when I've questioned if I was enough, as an artist, as a father, as a person." The confession left many fans in tears, especially when Chris opened up about how music became his therapy. "Every song I've ever written," he said, "was me trying to understand my own heart. Fix You, The Scientist, Everglow, they weren't just songs for the world, they were letters to myself, and to the people I love." He also touched on the passing of loved ones and the fragility of time, a theme that resonated deeply. "You start realizing how short it all is," Chris continued, his eyes glistening. "All the noise, the fame, the travel, none of it means much if you're not truly living, if you're not being kind, if you're not present with the ones who matter." As the message went on, Chris paused several times, visibly holding back tears. At one point, he placed his hand over his heart and said softly, "I just want people to know it's okay to feel lost sometimes. It's okay to cry. Even the happiest songs were born from pain. That's how light gets in through the cracks." Fans flooded the comment section with messages of love and support, calling his words soul healing and the most vulnerable moment in Coldplay's history. Some admitted they cried watching him speak. Others said his honesty helped them through their own struggles with grief and self-doubt. Chris ended the message with a touching note of gratitude. "If you've ever listened to a Coldplay song and it made you feel something, anything, thank you. Because you're the reason I keep going. You remind me that love still exists in the world." When the video faded to black, one could almost feel the collective silence of millions who had just witnessed something profoundly human, a superstar stripped of all pretense, bearing his soul. It wasn't a press statement, nor a publicity stunt. It was a man finally speaking from the heart, unfiltered, unguarded, and unbelievably real. And that's what made it so powerful. For Chris Martin, this wasn't just another message to fans, it was a moment of release. A reminder that behind every melody is a man who feels, breaks, and heals just like everyone else. And for those who've loved his music for decades, this emotional confession only deepened the bond between artist and audience, proving once again that Chris Martin's greatest strength has always been his ability to make the world feel less alone.